Inside every cell in your body, a quiet but fierce tug-of-war is happening. On one end, there's TOR, target of rapamycin, the relentless go-getter, always shouting, grow, build, multiply. On the other end is AMPK, AMP-activated protein kinase, the Zen monk of metabolism, whispering, conserve, repair, clean house. These two ancient cellular pathways don't hate each other, but they're definitely not on the same team. And the way they balance or don't may be one of the biggest keys to how long and how well we live. Let's start with TOR. If TOR were a person, it would be the startup founder downing protein shakes, lifting weights at 5 a.m., and trying to scale everything by 300%. TOR thrives when nutrients are abundant, especially amino acids, glucose, and insulin. It tells the cell, now's the time to grow, and sets off a cascade of signals that ramp up protein synthesis, cell division, and metabolic activity. During childhood or healing, this is fantastic. But as we age, TOR's aggressive growth signals can become a liability. Too much TOR activity over time is linked to faster aging, increased inflammation, and higher risk for age-related diseases like cancer. In short, TOR wants you to live fast and grow hard, but it doesn't necessarily plan for the long haul. Now, let's meet AMPK. This enzyme wakes up when your cell's energy is running low, during fasting, exercise, or caloric restriction. When ADP levels drop, AMPK gets activated and slams the brakes on growth-related processes. It encourages the cell to stop unnecessary spending and start doing maintenance, burn fat, increase mitochondrial efficiency, activate autophagy, and suppress TOR. If TOR is the accelerator, AMPK is the wise foot hovering over the brakes, making sure we don't burn out the engine. The real magic, or tragedy, happens in how these two systems interact over a lifetime. Early in life, we want growth. TOR is essential for development, muscle building, and regeneration. But too much TOR activity for too long keeps cells in overdrive, accelerating aging, and leaving little room for repair. AMPK, on the other hand, doesn't care about growth. It's all about survival and energy balance. It shifts the cell's focus toward fixing damage, increasing efficiency, and adapting to stress. AMPK might not make you a bodybuilder, but it might help you become the sharp, nimble 90-year-old who still hikes every morning. What's fascinating and frustrating is that modern life is heavily biased in TOR's favor. Constant eating, especially protein-heavy diets, sedentary behavior, and stress-induced insulin spikes all fuel TOR and suppress AMPK. We've accidentally created a culture of metabolic overdrive, where our cells never get a chance to hit pause and clean house. That's a big reason why intermittent fasting, caloric restriction, exercise, and certain compounds like metformin or resveratrol are being studied for their ability to nudge the balance back toward AMPK and away from the constant go-go-go of TOR. It's not that TOR is the villain and AMPK the saint. They're both vital. You don't want to suppress TOR so much that you lose muscle mass, immune function, or healing ability. But over the long term, gently favoring AMPK through smart eating windows, stress management, and movement might be the secret to a longer, more resilient life. So this cellular tug-of-war isn't about picking a winner. It's about knowing when to let each side take the lead. Feed TOR during recovery, building, and growth phases. Then give AMPK its time to shine during fasting, rest, and repair. Respecting the rhythm of these two forces is one of the most powerful, underrated strategies for extending not just lifespan but health span. Because it's not just about living long, it's about living well, with cells that aren't constantly burning the candle at both ends.